morning! Hello and welcome to my daily vlog. We do this every day about life on our beef and arable farm here in South Yorkshire. I've just looked at the long range forecast. It's going to be dry supposedly, but I mean these aren't looking great. It's going to be windy today though. See what we get up to. We just really need stuff to start drying off, and then we can get some muck spreading done and think about getting stuff ready for maize ground. We've still got some spring barley to do as well, and it's getting very late now. Very late, but yeah, maybe some decisions might need to be made there. So first things first, we'll be jumping on the straw blower, but we've still got our very shiny new 9 metre that was in yesterday's video, if people didn't catch that, with the big tyres. Not going to stop clean for very long though, let me tell you that. Although it might do if it dries up. So I'm on the 130, putting this straw out. Straw party's begun, guys. I feel like I haven't been on this for ages. Been a couple of days maybe? Yeah, because yesterday I was out in the lorry. And then the day before that I was in Essex, wasn't I? It's funny all week. When I have a day off farm, it totally throws me. Like, I've just had to check what day it is. Yes, it is Friday. Like, yeah, feels like a Tuesday or something like that. Yeah, it's just random. Totally throws my routine out. But anyway, if it's Friday, that means Big Mick's coming tomorrow. Fingers crossed, which is always good. Show him the new machine. Just giving these guys some on the outside now, seeing as hopefully it's not going to rain today. This is, you know, this is when later on in the video it starts absolutely chucking it down. Not yet though, not yet. Come on, let's be positive. Dad's down there feeding out on the TM, and we'll get one of the last bales put out round here. I've already given these guys one, but we're just going to give them another. And these guys that are out in the field are resting in the barn with the hay. But they don't damage it too much, to be fair. They are eating a bit around the bales, but not going too far. Right, so I'm just getting the mill on now, because I didn't get a great deal milled yesterday, and we might be having a delivery of something a little bit later, so you'll get to see what that is, but it needs to go in here, so I want to make a bit of space, get this barley back. So we got that running. We'll just jump in the shed, get the 9 metre, the new 9 metre, chuck some barley in. Here we go, sports fans. We'll drop this off, chuck a few buckets in, and then I think we need to drop a bit of fuel in this beast. Bucket on, we've just scraped up some barley. We'll head over to the mill, tip it in, let's see the precision that we can like that we can feather the brake and rev the engine, which is what I did like about the dual tech transmission. There's a bit of feather in there, so you can rev it up so you've still got your speed with your hydraulics and you're not blasting forward, so it's very similar to driving the torque converter really. Yeah, I'm liking that, it's nice and tight. Like our old 9 metre was a bit wibbly wobbly, it had some age on it, it had done 5,500 hours, something like that. So yeah, when one's done 7, they are a bit more precise. Right, we're shifting the drill out now on the big 215, and yeah, we'll leave it here somewhere. So now I'm just using it to push the wheat right into the back corner. So we decided we might put this stuff that's coming where this was. So yeah, having a little bit of a move around stuff. I love how precise it is because everything's new. So when I used to back out of here, and say I had the boom coming out, it'd wobble and stuff. Whereas this is like literally just exactly where you put it and where you want it. Probably just because it's a new machine. I don't think it's like, well, JCB might say they've changed something, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's very precise. Very, very precise, I like it. Well, it started raining a little bit. Just having a few issues with the mill. Just got some like lumps in the barley. I don't know if they're coming off the floor or what, you know, what they're coming from. A bad batch at some point. And they sit on top of the rollers because the roller can't pull them in, and they just block the feed up. So you just see it slow down. I'm having to shut it off and clean it out and then start it back up again. Oh yeah, it's lovely, lovely, jubbly. So we're just getting some cattle out now. Is it chilled? Shed's going down. There's a little pile of wheat in the corner. So Will's arrived. No, it's not a demo tractor for us, unfortunately. But look at that little dumper. That is a beast. So we'll get him some stuff loaded on. Big load of muck today. That is a weapon, isn't it? 870. Yeah, boy. I don't know if they all come with that chrome exhaust. Look at the like suspension on it. It's mega. Just shows the wet conditions though, 'cause that tractor is always spotless, but not at the minute. Will's getting us strapped up now. Getting his strap on. There's lots of buttons on these, isn't there? That's better. Yep, so Will's back on his way now. We'll fill this mill up and get the barley pushed in. It is a bit different feathering the accelerator to go forward. I do feel like you got plenty of control, which I like. There we go. So the mill's just turned itself off now. Is this tractor related? I'm guessing so, because it didn't sound like anything changed. Whether or not it's overheating or something. Let's have a look. Yeah, overheated and turned itself off. Look at that. We better get it turned back on though, so it can cool everything down. So we'll just let this run with some revs on. No demand, no power demand. And then, as you can see, it'll quickly cool down. Whew. That's the trouble with running these mills, it's sucking in like dust all the time, and it blocks that filter. And because you're not actually in the tractor, you're not watching the temperature. Maybe we could do with, I don't think it's even possible, but like a little screen like that you could just stick up window there that like connected into your tractor, and it could just like read out the temperature. You could see it from outside. That'd be the best, but whether or not you can do that, I don't know. You can on fence, I know that, because you can get into the isobus, but I think John Deere's locked. So if anybody knows if you can, let me know, because that'd be a cool little thing to have on, so stuff like this doesn't happen again in the future. You can see the dust that like it's trying to pull through all the time. So we're back up and running. I was just dipping in. That. Didn't stay clean for long. Not here anyway. Me. My wellies. Dust everywhere. Even travels across and lands on my car. Right, I'm gonna go and just have my dinner, basically. And then I'm gonna go and look at some of the grass and see how wet it is for when we can get on to fertilise it. So this grassland here, we reseeded and put in a clover lay, but it looks like it's flooded out down there yet again. But you can see the clover in it. There we go, so that's nitrogen fixing. We're not in the strongest part. It did get, it all got dug up here for a storage thing, and this is where they had the sort of site office or whatever you want to call it. But further in here, you see it's got the clover growing. There's some weeds as well, but not too many. They'll be eating the clover. All those pigeons. It's a few bits where I've missed. Here, obviously something gone wrong with the drill. This ditch wasn't running, and now it is. And look, all the banks are starting to grow back. This was only sort of, was it summertime, something like that. It's amazing how nature can take back over. Not being helped here though, that this is all full of rubbish. Looks like the sewer's been over as well here. Lovely. That looks perfect, doesn't it? Then we get to this bit. I don't know what's happened. There's about 3 runs. Whether I've run out of seed, metering wheels stopped going, I have no idea. But yeah, 2.5-ish runs on the edge of the field. And don't look like there's anything come out. Looks like there's some rubbish come out of somebody's garden here. Just here, if you remember, the long time watchers, we put this back up last summer, end of last summer. That didn't last long, did it? But yeah, at least there is some grass on here because it did set on fire, this whole field. So we're just having to have a look and see what she's like. Yes, it's not too bad really. I mean, it's rough. It's not like perfect grazing land here, but I mean grassland, sorry. Just wants a bit of fertiliser on it, and then we just take one crop off it usually. It's like a reclaimed tip or something. Yeah, it's very, very flat, and then there's an embankment, so it's definitely been a man-made area, should we say. It's not, and that's probably why it doesn't particularly grow things too well. You won't want an arable crop in here, but it does do a bit of grass every year. So yeah, get some fertiliser on here. I think it'd be fairly good to travel on as well. Probably our driest field. And you can see for miles and miles and miles from here. It's quite the panorama. To be fair, this post is fairly solid, so what I might do when I get here is unlock it, come through, if we can come through hopefully, and push it back up. I'm guessing somebody's just run into it with like a quad bike or something and just tried to mow it over, you see. So just looking at the spring barley, there's 1 or 2 slugs on here, so I think we're going to come and roll it nice and steady. Just compact it down before we start thinking about slug pellets or anything like that. It's a bit wet in this area, we'll probably have to go around it. But elsewhere, this will roll nice. This ploughing here is drying off quite nicely. I think we might be able to go on this tomorrow, or yeah, miss out the wet patch at the bottom here maybe, but just try and get some in because we're running out of time now on this spring barley. It's past it, but yeah, let's see if we can get a bit in tomorrow. The ditch here that I dug out is nicely running away, which is good. It's no perfection of a ditch, but it's doing its job.
That might be
got oil. Have you had plate off then to have a look?
No, it's back here.
It's one of these were loose. That one's loose, look. Let's tighten it up then. I mean, this sort of thing happens, doesn't it? But just gonna lift it all the way up and then we can get in there a little bit better to tighten it up. It's always going to be a few teething problems with any machine. Just going up with it now, and then we'll put the ram stop in and tighten that up. And look how loose that is. Never been tightened in. Privilege. Anyway, we're getting this washed off. We're going to drop the loader off, and I'm going to put the front weight on, and then we can get tillage spreading with that tractor. Right, we're on the 130. We'll go and pick a bucket up, and then we'll drop this loader off. Put a weight on it, maybe even put tillage spreader on. So this is the bucket that we've got on. That's it, we're off. We're disconnected, a lot of shouting, but we got it disconnected. So we got the rollers on, I've turned my base station on, so we should have auto steer. Just need to grease them up and get down to the field. Right, it's all greased up. Let's knock some rust off these rollers. And we got loads of transport here. Bet you there's some maize meal, so we'll check that out later today. So we're heading down here on the track, and we'll go along the bottom headland and find out where they're. So we are here at the field. Got a bit wet down here. Got very wet there, we couldn't even drill it. But now I need to pull them together. Then we're going to go and take off these bars at the back. That's that off. Pin back in. Now what we should be able to do is fold them out like that. Then we've got some more pins to take out. Put that in float. There we go. Got a pin there to take out and a pin over there. If we raise and lower the arms, see, you can just see that moving. We want that so that pin's free. Which it is, look. Whereas the one at the other side, I believe, is really stuck. So it means we need to adjust where the arms are, and then it'll loosen it up. But it's not going anywhere. So you either need to put pressure on the ram or change where the arms are to loosen that one. Now I will lower the arms. See that come just moving now in the hole. That's what we're looking for. We'll pull that out. People getting big hammers and knocking these out. Like, they're stuck, they're stuck. Nope, just need to use your dog in. And then comes out like sword out of the stone. So just started off. We want to take it nice and steady. We don't want to be touching any of that ploughing because that wants to be left open so it can dry out nice. And we'll, yeah, looking so far so good. It's looking good. It's not sticking to the roller. Everywhere's nice and dry, so we're just compacting that down now. And then the little places where the slugs can hang out and live will be destroyed. And then if we still got an issue, we can stick some slug pellets on here. Doing it at this stage in the growth of the crop is okay. Ideally you'd do it before the crop had got to this stage, but it shouldn't do it much damage unless somebody's got some research you want to let me know about in the comments below. Yeah, we're just trying to help it along really. So we're in 4-wheel drive and we're just going nice and steady. We don't want to be going fast. Fast we start pulling plants up. Nice and steady, just rolling over the top. So I'm just recording an A-beat curve down this hedge, and then we're going to flick it on when we come back up, and it'll just drive it back up the field for me, which will be fantastic. Sit back and relax then. Just watch the roller working. So now I've got the steering wheel taking hold. we're off. Look at that, leave it to it. So just meeting the other ring over there. Doing a nice job, is that? Got a bit of rattle from this wheel, but we can live with that, you know. Sit back and keep going. One of the issues I do have with rolling though is the little sad marks that you put with your wheels, which you'll probably be able to see all through the year. Yeah, that's why we've got a lightweight tractor, no weights on it, no loader on it, and we're just trying to go steady so we're not ripping up where his wheels are turning. And also we're using the GPS, so we're getting as few of those as possible across the field. You can listen to the noise of the rollers. The only problem we have with these is the wheels still turn at the back. Can't get the arms low enough on these tractors. The tractors have got bigger over the years to get the wheels to come off the ground. It's a bit of a shame really, but they're not touching much. Like a smaller, maybe 90 horsepower tractor or something like that to pull these. Probably, yeah, you pull me a lot smaller, but like a smaller frame is what I mean. So then you'd be closer to the ground, and those wheels would be, the back transport wheels would be a back up out of the way. But you're doing a job. You're doing a job. Right. Well, now I think we'll put the drone up and we'll get some nice shots. So I've about got it done, guys. There she is, the boost. This mixer mention is going to have to be on the tractor. It is a happy birthday to Rachel Kennedy and also James from a Machinery Nation, James Hayes. So happy birthday to those two. And I think, oh, if anybody else wants to get their name in the video, there's a link in the description below, and that it's doing some fundraising for Yorkshire Air Ambulance, so all the money goes to them. It's just giving link, literally goes straight to the charity and they can use it as they please. I'm thinking this is probably where I'm going to end the video. I'm going to get these folded up, get back to the farm, and then that's probably going to be the end of the day, I think. Fingers crossed, unless I put the fertiliser spreader on and do a bit more. If I do, I'll do a live. And if you subscribe, you'll get a notification. But yeah, that's where we're going to leave it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want any of the merchandise, Joeseelsjobs.com. I've got a few orders to do tonight, so I'll get busy with that. Right, thanks guys, bye.